All right. My name is Thomas Besperl. I'm the resident writing consultant at the CBS Library. My job is to help you students and the researchers, from PhD students and all the way up to full professors, solve the problem of writing, to become better writers. And what I'm going to do this evening is give you a very quick introduction to the approach that I take. In true business school spirit, I call it writing process reengineering. And the idea is to define some goals, as usual with any consulting product, and then to figure out what the task is in such a way that every time we sit down to do this task, we become better at it, right? So that we become better practitioners of this art called academic writing. We have a habit in the Danish university system, pretty much in the entire academic system, of wanting to we call this a calibration of expectations, right? Forventningsafstemning, it's called in Danish, right? Where we just make sure that you're in the right room and that this is what you signed up for. So there's really three problems that I imagine you might have, and I can help you deal with. The first problem is the problem of not writing enough. So you might feel that you don't get your writing done quickly enough, you're not productive enough as a writer. And this is a completely normal problem. People have this at all levels of their education and their research careers. They're worried that they won't get their papers written on time, and they won't be long enough, or whatever it is that they're worried about. Productivity is an issue. That is certainly something that that the approach I'm going to tell you will help you with. So that's one of the reasons you might be here. Now, some of you may not have that worry at all. You've always, ever since you started in school, you've been really good at doing your assignments on time. You've always filled up the pages. In fact, you find that word limits and page limits are kind of a constraint. You're always pushing at the edges of it. You're not worried about that at all. There's no problem being productive. What you're worried about is whether or not you're going to be appreciated for the brilliant ideas you have. So some people would say this is a worry about, are you getting a good enough grade? Is your message coming across? This isn't a question of productivity, it's a question of effectiveness. Are you an effective writer? Are you a good writer, right? So you might want to write better. This might be a worry that you have. So you might not think, I want to write more or I want to write better. These are two issues I can help you with. But that is not all. You will meet people during your course as students and later as academics, if you choose to go that way, who are very productive. They do a lot of writing, a lot of publishing. They're very prolific, we sometimes say. And they're also famous for these ideas. There's lots of people who are really, really effective writers. They are famous not just for their ideas, so their message is coming across, but they are famous for the quality of their writing. They're really good writers, right? And you might think, well, their problem is solved. But if you talk to them about the writing process, you discover that they are miserable human beings. They are unhappy. They don't enjoy the business of writing. They find it to be a pain, right? And so we can fix that too, right? So it's more writing, more effective writing, and happier writing. These are three things that we can try to work on if we go at it in a deliberate way. So I'm going to give you a way of doing this, a model of writing that will help you deal with these three things.